Hello everyone, welcome to Oracle Fusion Technical Training by Unogix. In this video, we'll see how to resolve FPDA errors using option 2 in ERP Cloud. So yeah, in the previous couple of videos, I've shown you how to load data into ERP Cloud using FPDA. And in the previous video, I've shown you how to resolve errors using option 1. So when you have to resolve FPDA errors, there are three options available for you. And we have seen how to resolve errors using the first option in the previous video. So in case you haven't watched those two videos yet, please do watch them and then come back to this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to correct the FPDA errors using option number 2, wherein you have loaded a file or loaded a data set into the interface table, but that errored out in the interface table. And you went back to the client saying that, yeah, you ran into an error, and the client said that there are some corrections that you need to make, or in other words, you have data set loaded into interface table, but that data needs to be corrected. So how do you do it? Is there a way to do it? Yeah, all of us know that you cannot run update statements in ERP Cloud database, but there is an option available which you could use to correct the data in the interface table, and that is to use a correction sheet. And in this video, we'll focus on this particular approach. So to exactly show you how to use a correction sheet to update the data, first let's try to load in a couple of errors into the interface table, and then we'll try to correct those errors using the correction sheet. Okay, so let's go back into the application. And yeah, we have loaded a couple of FPDA files already, and we have loaded this file which is in error. So let me do a bit of cleanup there. And let me copy the data file, paste it in there, replace the file. So this data file, this is a file which does not have any errors. So let's try to generate some errors or deliberately create some errors. And the way I do it is I try to create error by changing this debit account number to an invalid one. Okay, so 15925 is a valid account number. I'm changing it to 15929. So I'm trying to create 4 journal lines, 2 journals, a journal 1 with 1 and 2 lines, journal 2 with 3 and 4 lines. And the debit line account number, I'm updating it to an invalid account number. And I'll do one more thing. I'll try to change the interface a group ID or group identifier to something else. I'll change it to 9992, replace all, and I will zip this file. And let's call it as UG error 2, because this is the second error handling option that we're talking about. We've already seen one, and yeah, I want to load this file now so that I can show you how a correction sheet can be used to correct the data in the interface table. So when you want to load a file, what do you have to do? You go to monitor process screen, and you schedule a new process. Run the loader job first. Select import journals as an import process. And upload the data file. And we're going to upload a data file which has a couple of errors related to accounts, but that's fine. So let's wait for the loader to finish and then we'll run the import job. And you can run the import job now. Use the source as other and use the group ID as 9992 and submit it. The import journal's child job should end in warning because we have passed an account number which is not a valid one. Yeah, we should see the child job getting completed normal now. It should end in warning because we deliberately created a couple of errors in the data file. Okay, so let's wait for the import job. I think there are a couple of scheduled jobs that got triggered. Let's search for the import journals job that we have kicked off. And you could see that as expected, the journal or the import journal child job has ended in warning. And if you look at the reason why, you should see an invalid account number showing up there in the text file. Open it up. You see a batch has ended in error. And the reason is, again, invalid account number. 15929 is not a valid account number in this value set. So to this account segment, there is a corporate account value set, which is an independent value set. And in this value set, 152929 is not a valid value, though this value does not exist in the value set. But client said that, so we went back to client with this error. So this time he didn't say that 15929 is a valid account number. Instead, what he says is he has done a typo and he's asking us to correct this account number from 15929 to 15925. Okay, so I have the data already loaded in the interface table. So if I go into interface table, okay, if I run the query on an interface table, how do I do it? I can go to tools, and click on reports and analytics, browse catalog. And you create a data model there. Under published reporting, you have data model option. Click on it. SQL query, add one, data model FSCM, and you can do a select star from GL interface table where group ID equal to, you select the group ID that we've used. I believe we've used 9992 if I'm not wrong. Let's query, go to the data tab, click on view, and you see that yes, there are two lines which have a problem. EF04 is account error. And if you look at the account number that is used in there, client has given us 15929, but now he's saying that this needs to be changed to 15925 and the same data set needs to be processed. But in the data model here, I cannot change this. I can only run select queries from a data model. Even though I want to, I cannot run a query like this. I cannot run an update query on the interface table. Okay, it is bound to fail. So, but I already have the data in the interface table, so I need to correct that. So in such cases, to help you with such scenarios, what Oracle did is, it has given an option called a correction sheet. So you go to general accounting work area, and you go to journals, and on the dashboard itself, you have a tab called import errors. Go there. You will be able to see a group ID or the job that is stuck in error, and you see the group ID. This is the one that we tried to push, and it got stuck in the interface table now. And I want to correct the data that is there in the interface table for this group ID. I can do that by clicking on the process ID That will download a correction sheet. I can open it up. And for the correction sheet to work, you need to have a software called ADF-DI enabled. So you click on enable editing. For you to see this pop-up, you need to have a software called ADF-DI. It is basically an Excel plugin. ADF-DI plugin needs to be installed. If this is not there in your laptop, you might not see this pop-up. Okay, ensure that you install this, and then you try to connect to the instance. And you connect to the instance by keying in the login credentials. Type in fin_impl. Let me enter the password, guys. Copy the password. Let me paste it in there. Sign in. Okay, let me give it one more try. fin_impl. Let me paste it in there. Okay, let me get the new password. This looks like password might have expired. Well, I've got the new password. So let's connect to the instance with a new password. Sign in. And you should see the error records getting downloaded now. Yeah, well, probably the sheet would have timed out. So let's close this. And let's try to open the sheet that we have downloaded, the correction sheet. Open it. Okay, and it's again prompting you to connect to the instance. Yeah, select. So try to connect to the instance. fin_impl user. Paste in the password and sign in. Skip it till next year. Yeah, there was an update that is showing up there, but that's okay. And you should see the error records getting pulled into this Excel sheet now. And that gives me an opportunity to correct the data that is there in the interface table. So you have a wrong account number in the interface table that's already loaded. And client has asked me to correct that. So I'm going to change that account number here from 15929 to 15925. 925 is a valid account number. So client has asked me to update the account number to this in the interface table. So I change it in the correction sheet. You see the records are marked as flag, and I can upload the data. And when I upload the data, again, I can choose whether I want to only save the data to interface table or submit an import job as well. So I'll select submit import journals job. And I'll go with the default options and just click on submit. And you will see a process ID. Okay, you will see a process ID confirmation 5648. Now let's go to the application. And if you go to schedule process screen, you should see the process ID in there. Okay, you see 5648. The job has been kicked off in ERP Cloud, and you see the import journals job completed successfully. Okay, so, and if you look at the data file again, you will be able to see if you look at the output file, you could see the badge that has been created successfully. So this is how you correct the data. This is how you correct FPDI errors using option number 2. So when you have a problem with the data set, and if you want to update the data that is already in the interface table, you could use correction sheet to achieve that. And how do you do it? All you have to do is download the correction sheet, update the data in the sheet, and then you try to load in the sheet again. Okay. and I don't want to make this video really long. So we have got one more option to deal with FPGA errors. And what if you have loaded the wrong file by mistake, or what if you have a lot of corrections to make, which is manually not feasible. So the amount of effort it takes to make the corrections in the correction sheet is far more than, yeah, it's much more than wiping out the entire file from the interface table and reloading the file. So in case you have to do that, in case you have to wipe out the data set from the interface table and reload a fresh file, how do you achieve it? So we'll see that in the next video. And yeah, there is a seeded job that you need to run. So we'll go through that process in the next one. Please join me in that video, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. In case you are interested in Oracle Fusion technical training by UnoGeeks, you can call us on this number or send a WhatsApp message, or you can also email us on info@unogeeks.com. Thank you.